Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Today is the great haul, the haul that I did in 2 days, one at the flea market and the other one I did at the nursery, Anna's Nursery Blooming Orchids. I couldn't wait to get this to you soon enough because a lot of them are in bloom and I just didn't want them to go through their acclimations. They've been really good. Actually, most of the orchids I've been bringing home have acclimated well, so I haven't had any casualties. Only one, which was a yellow Cattleya that I got from Blooming Orchids in Orchids in Bloom at Fairchild Tropical Gardens. So that one didn't do too well, but everything else has done pretty well. So without further ado, let's start the haul. I must tell you, I don't have all the tags. A lot of them didn't have tags, but I try to look online and a lot of these orchids kind of start looking the same after a while. So I just say, you know what? I know what they are as far as the species, but I will not try to like give it a name or anything like that. So let's start with Dendrobium latorria. And Dendrobium latorria, I didn't have they told me it was a Cattleya. And thanks to Sam, who sent me a message, and also Todd, both of you had it perfectly correct. And it's this beauty right here that I actually asked the question, should I take it? Isn't it gorgeous? It's a Dendrobium latorria. And it doesn't have fragrance. I've tried several times. I haven't smelled anything on it, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful orchid that I said, I have to have it. I don't have that one. And that one I paid, it was 65 and she left it at 60 because I took 2 more. And she kind of rounded it off to $100, which I thought was a great deal because they were all in bloom and they're really healthy looking. The leaves are a little bit beat up, but it's okay. They're not bad. So let's go to the second one, which is the Cattleya orantika. And the Cattleya orantika was one of the ones that I purchased from, it was the first nursery, by the way. My friends over there, the family of the 2 children and the lady, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. I just got out of work. I'm trying to make this video for you guys because tomorrow there is another festival and I really don't want to miss it. It's the Ophies Festival, which I talked about in a previous video. And so today I rushed home from work and I set everything up real quick. I'm sweating because I was trying to do this before the sun would go down so I can get this video out to you guys. I didn't want to like miss it out and then have maybe another haul and 2 hauls. It would have been a little too crazy. This is the one that I got from the first nursery that I visited at the flea market. Again, it's a Cattleya orantika and it's a mini Cattleya. I'll probably end up putting like an inset of the flowers so you can see it better because I know from here it's not going to be such a good visual. Angelica, that's her name. Sorry if you're watching, I totally forgot. Actually, let me see. Let me go with a different one. BC Beshel. This one I loved. Look at this. Isn't that cool? That's a Brassavola or Brassavola. Tomatoes. I don't know exactly how you say it. I think it's Brassavola. I think that's the proper way of saying it. Like Cattleya, you know how we say Cattleya? I think it's Cattleya, the proper way of saying it. But anyways, I believe this is a Brassavola with a Cattleya. I think that's what she told me. It's a BC Beshel. So I just had to have this one. It does have a little bit of fragrance. It smells sort of like the Brassavola nodosa, but it's a little lighter. It's not as strong as the nodosa. I'm sorry if I'm speeding up. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to beat the sun from going down because it's even though it probably looks really bright because it's at a perfect angle, but it goes down pretty quick. This one, I think this is the next one. Yes, I got 2 fowls. Oh, I'm sorry. And the Brassavola Cattleya, I got that one from Anna from Blooming Orchids, and I know some of you had asked me where it was located, and I think I had put, I responded with the address. So I got two from Anna that were species, which is this one, where the orchids kind of like look down like the nun's orchid. And then there's this one, which I really, really liked. I'm definitely gonna put an inset of this because you won't be able to appreciate it from there. And this one reminds me of the giant tejas from Crawlsmith, and it also reminds me of the Bellina. So it looks like a cross of those two, and it has a distant sense, but nothing attractive. It's just like a organic scent to it. Guys, I'm so sorry that I look like this right now, and I'm not wearing my traditional green shirt because I just didn't want to waste time. So I'm sorry that I'm looking like all sweaty. But I think this is more important. This haul was so much fun and so unexpected. I just got up that day and said, you know what? I haven't been there in a while. Let's check it out. The flea market and Anna's place. Now this one I got from Angelica at the flea market as well. This is the third one that she threw in for 100. It's a mini Cattleya, but it is so rich in red. It almost looks like velvet up close when you look at it. It looks just like velvet. It's a beautiful blood red. So I'll definitely inset that one too. I'm going to take a picture because it just opened yesterday. So as you can see, she still has folded leaves, petals, I'm sorry. Now, my two giants, besides the Dendrobium, but they were good. I don't know if you saw the video where I ended up leaving from Blooming Orchids, and I keep saying Blooming Orchids. It's Blooming Paradise. Sorry, Blooming Paradise. And I went to Ophi's, and at Ophi's, I went to go buy supplies. I needed some food, some 20-20-20, and I also needed some insecticide. And that's when I said that something caught me in the corner of my eye, and I said, squirrel. Well, this was it. Another Paphiopedilum. I'm having like a Paphio stage in my life. I can't get enough of them. And this one is so cool because, first of all, it has two spikes, and no matter which side you put it, you're going to see the flower because one is facing one way and the other is facing the other. And I paid $40 for this. I thought it was a great price. It's a beautiful plant. The leaves look really good, and the shoots are super healthy. This one has 1, 2, and this has 1, 2, 3. So it's giving me five flowers. Look at that. I'm so happy with this one. And then last but definitely not least is this beautiful Encyclia. I bought it all budded, and I got this one. You know, I keep thinking that I got this one from the first nursery, but I'm almost convinced that I got it from the second nursery, but no. I think Angelica sold me this one as well. So actually it was 4 for 100. So it was a really good deal because it was budded, and she kind of told me, take it. It's a nice one, you'll like it. But see, I keep thinking it was, because their nurseries kind of look alike. I'm so confused. I'm sorry. Well, whoever it was, I love this orchid. This is the one that I said reminded me a little bit of the Tepenses, I think that's how you say it, the Florida orchid. But I think it's called the butterfly orchid or the Tepenses, Encyclia Tepenses. And it reminds, the only thing is that the Encyclia Tepenses has a brighter edging, and I think the tongue, the lip, I keep saying tongue, the lip is more cranberry or purple. But I still love this one, and it's gorgeous. And I have a couple Encyclias that when I do my Orchids in Bloom, my next video that I do on Orchids in Bloom, you guys are in for a treat because I have things that are just busting out. Since I started doing this whole program of my 20-20-20 for 3 weeks and then my 10-30-20 on the 4th week, everything is blooming, everything is spiking. My maxillaria is like bursting out. It actually early because it did it more towards the summer last year, so that's a good sign. That means that all these things that I'm doing are working. Actually, let's keep them here. Keep them with us. So anyways, folks, that was my haul for the flea market and also Anna's and Ophi. So if you're in town and you're close to Miami, or even if you're in the Palm Beaches or Broward, it's not that far. Come to Ophi's. The show is going to run from Saturday, which is tomorrow, the 17th, and Sunday, the 18th. And I think they open at 9 to 5. And don't miss it because Carl Smith is going to be there. Blanca's Orchid Garden, she has her candles that smell amazing. I have one, and I'm like, I light it up a little bit, and then I don't want it to go to waste so quickly because I'll leave it on all evening because this fragrance is wonderful. There's going to be a lot of great vendors there. So if you're in town, make sure you stop by and support the local mom and pop orchid businesses. And that's it. That's all I have for you. I got nothing more until tomorrow. So tomorrow I may have a little surprise for you. I don't want to say it yet because I really want to leave the anticipation out there, but a lot of you are going to be very happy. It's a really cool surprise. Right? So without further ado, I am going to close this segment by saying, stay safe, go to an orchid show, plant a seed. I'm Nelson, and remember, I'm not wearing the shirt, but keep it green.